So in this lecture, we discuss about the MongoDB. That is one of the NoSQL database, which is document based and following this data model, right? Document based. So it's a document model, and as a programmer, you think as an object in the object-oriented programming. Now your database does that too, right? So MongoDB is a document database, which means that it stores the data in the JSON format, right? And this format is a universal format, which is used to store the database, right? And this MongoDB is used by the millions of developers nowadays, and which is used in the products, innovative products and services. And various companies, like you've seen on the logo of these companies, eBay, Adobe, Google, there are a lot of companies which are using this MongoDB database, right? Which is NoSQL, not only SQL. So this MongoDB is actually the modern application. This is used for modern applications. So MongoDB is general purpose, document based, distributed database built for modern application developers and for the cloud era. As you know, the current era is what? Cloud computing. So it also offers the same thing, right? So MongoDB is a document based model which is distributed and which are used in the modern application by the developers for the cloud era, right? And it supports the JSON formats. It's a natural and productive way to work with data, and it supports the array and nested objects as values. It allows the flexibility and dynamic schemas. As you know, the static schema is not there in NoSQL. We have the flexible and dynamic schemas. So the format looks like this one, which is very similar to the JSON format. So what you have to do, you have to go to the Google browser. Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Is the browser visible to you?
No, sir.
Okay, let me share. Okay, now I think it is visible, right? So here you write MongoDB. Is it visible?
Yes.
So the first search, that is MongoDB, the most popular database for modern apps. You have to click, right? Now, from this website of this MongoDB, you have to click on developer tools. Clear? Now on your screen, you see with MongoDB Compass and MongoDB Shell and MongoDB with VS Code. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so MongoDB, you can download MongoDB Shell, you can download from here. Just click on it. MongoDB Shell, you can see, and download now. Now it is looking for the version, right? So in the platform, you can select Windows and Linux if you are having Red Hat. Okay, otherwise just select the Windows and just download, press the download button. So it will download on your local folder, right? So this way you download directly the shell. Clear? I'm just going back. Okay. So that shell is in this. Okay. This one is downloaded here. And you have to what? Extract file. And once it is extracted, click on it. You get this file. Once, is it visual? Once you click on it, you get this, right? It's very, very easy to download it, right? Another thing which is there in the developer tools, there is directly a MongoDB Compass, and it is a very quick way to connect and visually explore. In the case of shell, you are not able to visualize the things, that is not visually explore the things. But in case of MongoDB Compass, you can do that. So just click on it, try it, and again you can have the download here, right? So download from this point, and here save it, and you get it, right? So there are two ways to work with. One is visual things you can see using the MongoDB Compass. And if you do not want to do that, if you simply want to work on the shell, then you can download the shell only, right? So I have shown you how the shell look like. This one is your shell of MongoDB, right? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Now I would like to show you how the compass look like. Okay. So I have already installed the compass, and simply write on the Mongo search, MongoDB Compass community, right? Click on it, and it will be initializing with the server of MongoDB. So we can work in various ways, like we can work with the cloud, you can work with the local system also. We have the both the options. So this looks like a MongoDB with the visually explored things, right? So simply connect, click on the connect, and you have different additions, like you can work on local host, you can work on cluster, you can work on addition like community, which is the cloud version, right? So in this we have various database, like these are the databases, right? So there are two things through which you can explore your MongoDB, right? First one is shell. This one is your shell, and this one is compass. So I think both are visible.
Yes, sir.
This one is shell, this one, and this one is compass. Okay. Now we can work on shell. So there are various data, there are various commands used in MongoDB for working with, right? So look at this. The first command is show DBS. Are you able to see the result? Show DBS means it shows the database. What is database? Database is a collection of tables, right? So look at parallel. In the compass, we are having this acme, admin, config, local, mylib, this way, which is in a visualized form, and here it is in the command form. Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
So it depends on the choice. It's look like a IDE. If you want to work with IDE, you can use this compass. Otherwise, you can work with the shell. So I am start working with the shell. Okay, this one. I am going to maximize it, and so first command is what? Show DBS. So what is DBS? Database, right? So it is showing all the database. If you want to work with any tables, so first you have to create the database, right? So for example, the command which is used to generate the database, so there is my TB. Okay, so first command is use command. The command is use command, which is used to create the database, right? So how we check whether the database is created or not? So with the help of show DBS. Are you able to see MyDB in this? We have created first database, that is MyDB. Is it there when we are showing the database?
No, sir.
No.
No,
So
sir.
because if we create a database, so it will be not shown because the data is not occupied at that time. So what we do, we can create the some data so that it will have some space. So just suppose I'm just inserting the collection. In case of MongoDB, the table is collection, right? Okay, so now show database. Are you able to see now MyDB?
Yes, sir.
So once you create the database, until and unless you are not creating any collection, collection means the tables. Some terminologies of RDBMS is differ in case of NoSQL. So database is remain same, right? Tables are what? Collection. Tuples and rows are documents. Columns are fields, right? And the primary key remains the same. Is this clear? I'm just repeating again, RDBMS and MongoDB. So RDBMS database is remains same as that of the database. Table is what a collection, tuple or row, which is called as document in MongoDB, and column is a field, right? And primary key remains the same, that is primary key. Clear? So I think you are able to create the database now, right? Using use command. The use command is used for the database creation. Show DBS is used for showing all the databases, right? Clear? Now next command is suppose db dot drop database. So what is the purpose of this? Remove, yes. So it will drop MyDB because we are working in the MyDB. So it will remove that, right? Show DBS. So look at MyDB is removed now. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is table in MongoDB? Collection, right? What is the table in MongoDB? That is collection. So how we create the collection, right? So use MyDB db dot create collection, right? And suppose student is the name of collection. Clear? So how we create the table? How we create the table? By using the command db dot create collection, right? So next, how we show whether it is created or not? So show collections. Are you able to see? So this is the collection which is created, right? Now if we want to drop the collection, so what will be there? db dot collection name. So what is the collection name? Student, yes. Dot drop. Okay, show collection. So nothing is shown. So you are able to see how we create the table, how we create the collection, how we remove the collection, right? So again, we want to create the collection, show collection. So from the history you can get the commands, right? It's a very easy task, right? Now in this we have a lot of data types of MongoDB, like string we have integer, we have boolean, double, right? We have min max keys, right? So this type is actually used to compare the values with the lowest and highest, which is BSON format. We have the arrays, we have timestamp, we have object, null. There are a lot of other things like date, we have object ID, binary data, code, and regular expression, right? So we have different data types available in the MongoDB. So I think you can read from any sites from about these data types, right? Now if we want to create the collections, so there are various commands like insert command is there, right? So insert, we have various things like insert one, insert one method is there, insert many is there. If we want to insert more collections, then we use insert many. And find method is also there. Find method is used to find the values, search. Like in case, suppose db dot student dot find. So it is giving nothing. Why? Why it is giving nothing? Because there is no data. We have just created the table. So how we insert the data? So db dot student dot insert one, so through which we can insert the data, right? Like first name, last name, right? DOB, email, phone number, right? And we close it, and then are you able to see? We have not given any schema earlier. We have just created a collection and we insert the data, right? And one of the object ID that is returned. Clear? Are you there? So how we see the data now? How we see? Tell me, using which command we can able to see the database? db dot student dot find. So this is the format in which we get the data. So with the help of object ID, we have the one data record, right? Now look at the, if we are having db dot student dot insert one. Suppose first name first name phone. Are you able to see what we have did? db dot student dot find. db dot student dot find dot pretty. It's not working. Spelling mistake is there. Okay, so today you have seen that how we create the database, how we show the database, how we drop the database, and how we create the table which are called as collection in the MongoDB, how we add the uh, documents, that is rows and columns into that, and how we search the things from that table, right? So we will discuss more thing in next lecture. Thank you.